So I'm feeling quite pleased with my rotisserie chicken today. So I've just skewered it. So there it is, look. So we're going to get it on in a minute. It's looking quite good, it feels quite even. It's just chicken thigh. I cut each thigh in half and battered it a little bit with a mallet before I marinated it with Tikka and all sorts of clever stuff. And so that's ready to rumble now. It's not particularly a big piece. I mean, look, see the size of my hand. It's not huge, but it's going to feed quite a few people. I'm going to cook it in one go, hopefully a little bit slow so it doesn't burn. So there we are. So that's stage one, loading up the rotisserie. Okay, so next phase, that's my rotisserie ring. I built a fire up on the side. You can see that the embers are at the bottom, but I've added more wood on the top. So we're going to wait until that's got really going, and then we're going to let it come down a bit, and then we're going to stick the chicken in. So probably I reckon another 10 minutes to get that sort of unclean smoke out of the way, and then we're good to go. Okay then people, so we're on. So I've got the little swirly bit in there. So we've got the motor on. That's looking good. Coals are looking good. Chicken's looking good. Interestingly, I thought there'd be more than this, so I did it further down, but I could have started a bit further over. Won't matter, I'm just going to push my coals further that way. I'm going to pop the lid on. Give it a go. It's looking good. Let's see how that does. Just leave that turn a little bit. Dropped a bit of chicken. There's a couple of loose bits. Just have to see how that works on. So there we go. That's the first part. So this is about 15 minutes in. Looking good. We're cooking on about 150 in the oven. I'm going to put a bit more wood on, get some more heat in there, but it's starting to look nice. It's tasty. It's not burning. It's looking good. So there we go. It's definitely working well. The motor's doing a good job. So that's all working nicely. Everything stayed where it should be. Yeah, it's looking succulent as well. Okay, so this is 25 minutes in. It's creating an amazing crust with the oils and the spices. Just incredible. There's a little bit of oil coming out. It's lubricating it all. It's about 200 degrees. It's doing very nicely. I'm wondering whether to cook maybe with the lid off actually, because it's doing very well without a lid. Then again, evenness maybe is the way forward, but it's looking pretty incredible, I have to say. So looking good. Still very soft. If I give it a poke, look, it's quite soft. So we've got to give it a bit more time. So I'll put a bit more wood on, and then I'm going to leave it now, and then it'll just even out into the centre. So that's looking incredible. Okay, so we're 50 minutes into the cook. You can see the fire's looking good. Taking the lid off, it's 200 degrees. My temperature probe, I'm going to put it in, so here we go, right into the middle to read it upside down. 63, 64, so we're about 64 here at the end. What we're doing there, 70, I'm looking for 75, so we're getting there. 70, 72, so that's good in the middle, almost there, and when you look, I think that's really soft, but there's a nice bark, so maybe about another 5 minutes, but it's looking incredible. Okay, so this is the outcome. I've taken it off the skewer. It's one lump of meat, so it's going to need a bit of cutting, but unfortunately I can't do it when I'm holding the phone, so I'm going to take my meat knife to it, slice it through, and then it will piece it up into reasonable portions, so you get a little bit of the crust and a little bit of the soft bit. But I tell you what, it's smelling incredible. It's actually a little bit of steam coming off it there, but it's oh man, that looks amazing. Okay, so I thought I'd show you. I've pulled a little bit off, just cut through. Oh my god, that's incredible. It's steaming off there. It's quite amazing. But that's proper kebab, Indian style. But it's Oh, it's so juicy, so tender, moisture, very moist, very nice. It was also worth beating it out a little bit as well. So there you go, rotisserie chicken kebab. That is just unbelievable. So I am very pleased. All sliced, ready to eat, still steaming. So it's clearly juicy, isn't it? Much more juicy than if you did it normally. And it's still really hot. So I've not even rested it, but I could rest it, but it's nice and hot, nice and tasty.